Hey guys, what's going on? Call It The Card Guys, bringing you a brand new video. Today, just going to be going over YCS Atlanta in general, going over my thoughts of the event, what I played, my tournament rounds, things like that. I'm not going to give a deck profile, but if you guys want to know what I played, it will be down in the description below, so definitely go ahead and check that out. First of all, I want to give a few humongous shout outs first and foremost. Before anything else, there's actually a long list. If I forget your name, I'm sorry. There is a huge list, actually. So, Blair, Anthony, Dean, Josh, Angel, the other Dean. There's two Deans, Dean Salter and Dean Arbuckle. So, Daniel Wang, John Moore, Bobby Potter, Mike Albanese, Noah. I mean, the list can go on and on. I really just can't name everybody off the rip. Especially, I'm going to give two again. First of all, shout out to The Weeknd. You know who you are. Tino, you are the shit. Big, huge, humongous shout outs to Taylor and Josh Arbaka. All three of us kind of helped with the deck a little bit that we played. And it went over fairly well for myself. And with Taylor's in the last round of day one, and Josh kind of had harder matchups. So, I mean, you know, it happens to some of us, but yeah, pretty much overall, YCS Atlanta had its ups and downs a little bit. There was one really crucial ruling that I didn't like that was ruled by John Roche, I believe is the name of the head judge of the event, that changed its appearance, hit extract monsters. Now, contrary to belief, it didn't in BA format. He specifically stated at the beginning of round one, hey, for this tournament and this tournament only, it's going to be ruled this way. So stupid. I don't agree with it. But it's whatever. There's really no other like crazy rulings, I would say. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into the I'm gonna go ahead and get into the deck that I played. It was Zoodiac, Invoked, Artifact, all in one main deck. Somehow we even managed to fit Upstart Goblin to the deck. A lot of people didn't like our list, and a lot of people did like our list. Testing, it was very good, and it had a little bit of flaw to it, so we changed it up. Taylor and I set it to like 4:30 in the morning Friday night fixing it. Told Josh, he went ahead and made his changes, and we went into the day. So day one, Saturday, I played round one against the guy from Fayetteville, North Carolina. He was playing the Witch Artifact deck, and right before the tournament had started, myself and Joe and Blair and Taylor were talking about my deck and how we lose the Crystal Wing, pretty much. It was pretty funny because we weren't really main decking like a real way to actually out Crystal Wing. And so I played this guy, and he could not summon Crystal Wing on me. So at the end of the day with that specific matchup, like the Witch Invoked Artifact deck, like it was really easy. So I ended up 2-0ing him pretty easily. The deck did what the deck does. It was pretty convincing. Just the deck overpowered everything. So 1-0 on the day. I played round two. I'm not really sure what his name was. He's a smaller Asian guy. You guys might have seen him from the stream of Seattle. Where he was playing the 60-card Sharanui Lightsworn deck with like Fairy Tale Snow. I believe he actually made top 32 or top 16 at Seattle. It ended up actually 2-0ing him as well. It was a pretty good match nonetheless. I put pressure on him. He outed my board, and I Maxx'd him, right? And then he made a big push and thought he was going to be okay because he forced my Drident. I detached one of the other cards other than my Whiptail. He made a humongous board under Maxx. He made me draw like 15, 16 cards and whatnot. He summoned like Angel of Zera, I want to say is what the name of the card was or something, where if it's banished, it comes back on your opponent's standby phase. So like he just attacked into my Dryad after I used the effect, and then it comes back on my turn. So it was crazy because the 17 cards I had in my hand, none of them were the Raigeki that I main decked. So for my turn, I draw and I Raigeki him and end up winning the game there. Game two is pretty convincing. He just couldn't do anything, and I just had everything. Round three was against a guy named David Flores, I believe was his name. Guy from Houston, I believe the Houston area. I had won 2-0. Game one, he went first and did some crazy stuff. I actually ended up outgrinding him and winning. Game two, he actually could have won. I had 2,100 life points, and he ended up searching a Whiptail, going in a Drident, and he went Tigermortar and equipped a Thoroughblade, and then he just attacked with the Whiptail and a Thoroughblade with his Drident, and it left me like 900, but he had a Whiptail in his hand, because if he had a Whiptail, he would have just outright won the game there. So I ended up winning 2-0 against David Flores. So at this point, I'm 6-0 in games, and I'm feeling really good. The deck is performing as well as I thought it would. The way we, me and Josh had tested over the last week or two, turned out to be very, very helpful against the certain matchups, playing very well. So we go in round 4. And this is where everything just went downhill. Alright, so game 1 against, I'm sorry I forget your name if you watch the videos. He's actually from the Cincinnati area, so shout out to you. I believe his name was Trey. But so going to the match, he goes first, open up no hand traps. So he goes into his combo, adds Black Sheep, does the fusion substitution combo, like as most of you seen on the stream, like Jeff Jones. So he does that, and then I just draw actually I won the die roll and I bricked. I like summon Aleister, searched a card, set a Solemn Strike and something nothing past my turn. So then he goes Twin Twister combo OTK, and he had instant fusion on top of that. So he went like through 2 Nord and 2 Emerald. It was nuts. So I lost game 1. Game 2, we're side decking. This is crazy. Dean Arbuckle actually watched all of my matches so far, so he can actually attest to what happened. So I draw for turn, going into game 2. My hand is Meltdown Aleister, which is already the combo, and then you have Starlight Road, Dimension Barrier, and Deck Lockdown. So my hand is actually amazing. Like there's no real way you can come back from something this devastating after I set my 3 cards. I'm gonna have like 2 cards in hand. It's going to be very hard to come back from this hand. And as soon as I draw my hand, the judge taps on the table and says we need a deck check. And me being me, I looked at him, I was like, no the hell we're not, I got a little bit of warning for you, he told me to stop, and I told him, we're not going to be deck checked because we already drew a hand and everything. And so judge comes over, PL judge comes over, and or I didn't appeal, but another judge comes over and says, hey, we need you guys to give you our list, or give you the decks now, we're doing a deck check. And I proceeded to tell him as well, I'd already drawn my hand and everything, so worst comes to worst, I had to give him my deck. Game 2 happens, I don't draw the best hand, but I end up, he ends up maxing me at a certain point to where I had to stop, I set a card and pass, and it was a grind game. It was a grind game back and forth. And a lot of people, the deck check first off took about 20 minutes or so. So we got like it took about 18 minutes, so we got about a 20-minute time extension. So at this point in time going into this, a lot of players came over to watch our match because we were actually at the end of the table. So a lot of people watching our match, and it was game 2, everybody's watching. I was grinding back and forth with this guy and finally ended up like winning. So tied 1-1, and going to game 3, he just opened like barrier, he opened up combo, or something along the lines of combo. I don't remember the exact play he made, but he backed it up with like Maxx, barrier, and anti-spell, so I really couldn't do much to it. So as you guys know, at that point, I'm 3-1. Going to the next round, I met a cool guy named Kyle Wilkinson. Really cool guy. He introduced his wife, actually. He's from like San Antonio area. So he ended up going first and destroying me. Game 2, destroyed him back. And then game 3, I drew double Scythe Sanctum, double Whiptail. So like my turn was like summon Whiptail, go Boarbow into Broadbull, search a Whiptail, go Drident, set 3 pass. And it didn't do much. He ended up winning that game pretty easily. So right now I'm 3-2. It just shows like how the tournament kind of turned after that. I was doing very well, I wasn't breaking, and then after that, everything happened with the deck check, and I'm not blaming it on the judges, but like my mojo was kind of just like, knocked off a little bit because of this. So going into round 6, I played another guy, I believe from the Maryland area as well. His name was Brandon, I believe. Shouts to you if I got that name right. Game 1, he had Slumber Samurai combo. Game 2, he had Slumber Samurai combo. And I just got blown out twice really quick. And that was my tournament, X3. I went 3-3. I felt like overall, like as you see in the description below, the deck was very well put together. I think with the 3 of us, putting our effort into the deck and giving our opinions, I think it worked very well for how long we had with it. I think if we had a little bit more time, it would have been even better constructed. I believe I'm not trying to say this, but like, oh, I am saying it, but I believe our deck was one of the best built decks in the room at that point in time. So, you know, it happens. Joe ended up making top 32. Noah went from 7-0 to 7-3. RIP. Sorry, Noah. Blair and I are actually going to be coming out with a video here in the next few days in regards to the European policy. A lot of things happen in top 32, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to kind of sit down like we did with the last podcast-esque type video and do a few questions with you guys, and then go dive into it and let people know what we think in regards to what actually happened at Seattle and what actually happened at Atlanta, and, you know, ways we think we can prevent stuff like this happening in the future. So if you guys want to definitely see that video, leave a like and everything. I would hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys enjoy that video as well. Yeah, I'm excited to, you know, be bringing you guys more content here and everything, Blair as well. So let me know what you guys want to see on the channel. We're going to be doing a lot more content and things along those lines. But yeah, leave a like if you haven't already. If you're not already a part of the notification squad, hit that fucking bell. You'll get notifications as soon as our videos go up. So that's awesome as well. I would do it if I could, because I'd love to know when my videos go up. But yeah, like the video, notification bell, comment what you think about the tournament experience. What do you think about Corey Roca winning with 40 card Paleo? What do you think about anything in general with the whole tournament? I had fun. I got to meet a lot of people. I signed a lot of cards, took a few pictures. It was a fun time. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me, guys. I'm Called the Car Guys. We will see you later.